Consider the function below. Which of the following statements correctly describes a feature of this function? So asymptote, whole, asymptote. So obviously what it wants me to do is figure out my wholes and asymptotes. Now before I do that, I need to factor each guy out. So this is quadratic stuff, so I know it's going to look like this on the top, and it's going to look like that on the bottom. So up top, I have two numbers that add up to -7, multiply out to regular 12. So x minus 3, x minus 4 should do the job. Two numbers that add up to -4, multiply out to +3 should be x minus 3. Ooh, look at that. And x minus 1 should do the job. A whole exists when you have a factor in the denominator that's the exact same in the exact same amount as a factor in the top. So a whole exists at the number that makes that factor 0, and 3 minus 3 is 0, so the whole happens when x is 3. A vertical asymptote exists when you have a factor on the bottom that is not repeated up top, and whatever number makes that factor on the bottom, 0, is going to be my vertical asymptote, so x is 1. X minus 4, what would that give me? That gives me a 0, but I'm not worried about that because I'm only worried about asymptotes and I'm worried about wholes. And so I have a whole at 3, not an asymptote at 3. I have a whole at 3, yup. I have a vertical asymptote at 1, nope. And a vertical asymptote, or an asymptote, it just says asymptote. I'm assuming it means vertical, but none of these are true. So there you go. There you have it. Pretty simple.